that, VP.
Boston to La Rochelle as it is now. I'm looking forward to that one. That's a real blast across the Atlantic. That's a short trip, 2 weeks. It should be mainly downwind kite work.
Right here, right now, right here, right now, right here, right now, right here, right now, right here, right now.
The style in which we finish this race and the way that we relate to each other is going to define a lot of how we feel about this campaign, because inevitably you're going to remember more about the last bits than you do about what happened on the way to BA. So let's stick to the plan, stick to our objectives, cool under pressure, do everything the same as normal, nothing new, and we'll be good. Yeah, let's have a good positive leg. It's such a short one for us, it'll be over before we even know it. So let's just go for it. Yeah, we decided we were going to go for it, and that we wanted people to know that we were back and we weren't down or defeated. We again practiced hard. We got our sails up an hour early and just sailed the boat aggressively at the line, timing our runs. We had a perfect time start. One boat was over early in front of us, another screaming and argy-bargying with Samson, and we barreled across the line, first across the line, and overtook the boat that was early anyway. And again, you know, lead coming out of Boston. And again, that was a fantastic feeling. Again, meaningless really. You know, places were different the next day, but it was nice to demonstrate to the fleet that, you know, we were back, and, you know, if they thought we were down and out and defeated, then they got it very wrong. Well, that's Boston behind us, and I think we're all, for various reasons, glad to see the back of Boston really. Been there for 2 weeks, spent the first week worrying about a protest, and then the second week dealing with a sort of fallout from a protest that took us from first overall to second overall. It's still all to play for, and we're going to give it our best shot. We're trying to win the leg, be cool under pressure, keep it simple, coach each other, keep it safe. And we've got some light winds for today, and then the wind's coming up and we'll be on our way. In the first week in the Atlantic, we didn't sail slowly, we sailed very well, but we sailed in a sort of fairly subdued way. People were falling back on routines and established practices. I don't think it necessarily had an effect on boat speed, but it was a quiet boat, a reflective boat, and I think people were starting to think a little bit about what was going to happen at the end, and I think that was caused by, you know, the events of Boston. The second half of the leg, you know, people cheered up, got more into their sailing, felt more positive about things. Actually, I don't think it had a result on an impact on the boat speed, but it was just a sort of, you know, more reflective atmosphere, I think, on board the boat.
So what's your nickname?
It's Coss, Queen of Sails.
And she is?
Very light airs, Jenny up. Telltales just started flying. Been sagging, doing nothing for about an hour. And now we're moving, which is good.
We've been going a week now, and it's amazingly close. We've got Vio over there to our left, behind them Pindar, about half a mile in front of this lot is Sark, and about 3 miles is BG. So within sort of like a 3 mile circle, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. At one point, you know, we'd sail along 4 boats, all within 4 boat lengths of each other, all day, you know, all with kites up, doing the kind of manoeuvres you expect to do around the cans in the Solent. What's making us laugh is that Vio have got their 1.5 race kite, which is like rated up to about 14 knots apparent. Now everybody else has taken theirs down. I mean, I've got 18 knots, 19 knots apparent now. There's like no way we would go anywhere near it in these conditions, but there they are, hanging on in there, balls out. It's not making any difference to their speed either. It's just making us tense waiting for the damn thing to blow. Well, I don't want to be the first to say I told you so, but I told you so. What's different about this ocean race and the Atlantic in particular is a very, very high standard of competition. And so it's not possible for us to just go out and say, well, we're going to win this leg, because there's plenty of boats that can win as well. It's the last night. We're running into La Rochelle, under 100 miles to go. There must be like 5 boats within 5 miles of each other.
Just finished a hairy 4-hour watch, about 34, 36, 7 knots of true wind. Managed to get 22.6 knots downwind boat speed, which is a record for the boat, I believe. And it felt every knot of it.
This morning we had a last minute battle, just boat lengths in it with me to you, both of us surfing down the waves with kites up. We sort of outmanoeuvred them a bit towards the end, and managed to put them and Barclays between us and Sark. It's the end of leg 6, and a pretty amazing finish it's been. Behind us are 9 yachts, all across the Atlantic. We're all going into La Rochelle Basin at the same time, finished in the last couple of hours. And I really do feel now that we've got this boat as safe as we possibly could get it. And all we're trying to do now is maintain those disciplines and that environment on board the boat. We're second overall, going into the last leg. And really it's the same as I always thought it would be. It's a battle between Sark, BG and us, and we'll see of the 3 of us how it all comes out on the last leg.